Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. Now, here's John Truman Wolfe.
Hello, everybody. This is John Truman Wolfe of the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. It is Thursday, September 10th, 4:06 in the afternoon. We're broadcasting to you live from the beautiful Los Padres National Forest north of Los Angeles. I got to tell you, the air is a little smoky up here. We're okay. No fires near us, but the state is actually seems like it's on fire. There are fires here in Southern California and in Northern California. I've never seen anything like this. I'm a native here, been here my entire life, and this fire season has been, quite frankly, devastating to a lot. So hopefully the firemen will get these things under control, and folks can get back to something approaching normal living. That said, we'll go ahead and cover what we do at the beginning of every show, the financial news of the day. The Dow Jones 27,534 off 405, 400 points. And if you look at the graph on the Dow Jones, it's tilting towards a heading south. It's not totally definitive, so I'm not calling that, but it's not something I'd invest in right now. Doesn't mean that there might not be individual stocks that you or your financial advisor might recommend, but the market on the whole doesn't look healthy as I look at the graph today. It's been down. For those of you that follow it, the Dow Jones, it's been treading water in the 27.5 to 29,000 area. It got up in the recovery from the big drop back in March, got back up to about 29,000, and then has kind of tilted south, particularly the last couple of days, and the tech sector has been weak. So the Dow off 400 points today, 405 points at 27,534. The other stock indexes were off as well. The S&P 3339 off 60. The NASDAQ 10,919 off 222. Now the NASDAQ, which is composed of not entirely, it's called the tech index, but only about half of the stocks in the NASDAQ are tech stocks. Nevertheless, that was setting records for, some days going back a week or so ago, but it has been falling of late, and down below now 11,000 to 10,919. Gold 1947 up just 40 cents, and silver 26.98 up 3 cents. Both of those just treading water. We'll come back and talk about the gold and silver markets and cryptocurrencies when we come back right after this message. I'm John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. We'll be right back.
In this time of global uncertainty, you need sound financial information to keep your investments, your future, as safe as possible. The Strategic Financial Intelligence Newsletter, created by John Truman Wolfe, #1 best-selling author and renowned financial consultant to governments around the world, is your most valuable asset. A monthly goldmine of the vital insight and insider information you need to stay on top. Right now, financial security is critical. That's why, for a limited time, we're dropping our price from $249 annually to just $99. That includes access to the entire Strategic Financial Intelligence archives covering everything from precious metals, offshore banking, to cryptocurrencies, and the wildly heralded seminar on the covert agenda that has backed the U.S. dollar for at least 50 years and more. Sign up now at strategicfinancialintelligence.com. That's strategicfinancialintelligence.com.
All right, folks, we're back. This is John Truman Wolfe, John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour, covering, as we were before the break, the financial news of the day. As I mentioned, gold trading at $19.47, up just a fraction, 40 cents, and silver at $26.98, also up a few cents, 3 cents. That said, those two precious metals have been kind of, again, treading water recently, trading around gold, trading between $1960 and $1930, give or take, kind of bouncing in that range in a quiet consolidation at a higher level. Silver doing the same thing, and the graph on silver looks particularly appealing. For those of you that follow the show or my newsletter, strategicfinancialintelligence.com, I'm a big supporter of precious metals. Supporter meaning I'm a fan. I'm feel strongly there. Have commenced a bull market and will continue to do so. And I have been, for many years, a bigger fan of silver than gold. There are various reasons for that. One being that if the what do you call it hits the fan, do you go down and buy some groceries or fill your gas tank up with a 1 ounce gold coin, which is, currently in the neighborhood of $2,000, or a silver coin, that's probably selling for about $30. I haven't looked today, but that order of magnitude. Those are gold eagles. Ideally, you get gold eagles or silver eagles. Eagle is the name of the national currency, bullion currency that the United States prints. Most or many governments print their own bullion coins. So in the U.S., they're called eagles. There's a silver 1 ounce eagle and a silver 1 ounce gold coin, gold eagle. And you've heard the other terms probably if you follow those markets at all. In Canada, it's the maple leaf. In South Africa, it's the Krugerrand. In Australia, it's the koala. In China, it's the panda. But these are government minted bullion coins. And if you're living in the U.S., it makes much more sense to buy the U.S. coins because, they're more likely to be traded here. But again, as I look at the graphs on gold and silver currently, silver looks very, very attractive. I mean, it's gone up. It broke out. I've talked about this before, but to kind of recap, it broke out of a range going back, 3-4 weeks, 5 weeks maybe, at $19 an ounce. And once it broke the $19 an ounce, which was a base, if you look at the graphs and they're in my newsletter, we went over them last week. You can see a base. You can see silver being collected and accumulated and held, which is what's important, at $19 an ounce. And then it breaks 19. And as I said previously and at the time, once it broke 19, it was going to run. And so we stand today with silver at about $27 an ounce. But it has, to repeat, accumulated there for the last several days. And that accumulation on the graph, as I look at it, argues for another breakout here reasonably shortly. I think silver is a good, but whether you agree with the fact that has been accumulated or not, silver is a great investment currently. Great investment. And you can get, as I say, you can get the silver bullion in my newsletter. I make recommendations for specific silver mining companies, which let you, leverage your precious metals investments. But by that I mean, you can buy some of these stocks, what they call junior mining stocks, for pennies, or a buck, or two, or three. Or some of them 20, 30, 40 cents. And if they strike their metals, and they have various reports that one can read and head up, you've hit a home run, because you've leveraged your money quite handsomely. The cryptocurrency markets, excuse me, today, Bitcoin 10,344, up about 0.8%. Bitcoin, the entire cryptocurrency market, for those of you that follow such things, and if you don't follow it, I'll tell you, the entire cryptocurrency market has been, it ran up going back a few weeks very handsomely, and then has been trending down for the last, I don't know, count the days, 6, 7, 8 days. So Bitcoin was, pushing, I think it hit 12,000 at one point, and then has drifted down, almost broke the $10,000 barrier going south, but has picked back up as the cryptos in the last 2 days have turned around and have started back up. And so you have Bitcoin today at 10,344, quite a ways from its high of about 12,000, but moving in the right direction now, moving north. Ethereum, which I follow closely, up 3.64% today to 367. Again, Ethereum has a very attractive graph. If you're one that is looking to put your toe into the cryptocurrency market, into the digital currency market, I would recommend Ethereum. I own some of it, and I think it's perhaps the best buy up there. It is also recovering. It got up as high as, I'm going back a few weeks, to maybe 480, 480, and then down into the 330s, a big drop, maybe $150 over the last several days, and then has started back up, and today, as I say, up 3.64% to 367. The graph on Ethereum, I repeat, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but the graph on Ethereum is really handsome. So if you don't have a cryptocurrency account, you can go to one of the exchanges. The biggest one in the country is called Coinbase, coinbase.com, and you can open an account there. It's gotten pretty simple these days to open a cryptocurrency account. And you can purchase some. So I'll explain that in a little bit more depth, and also talk about some of the other cryptos when we come back after these messages. Do stay with us.
Question: have you ever thought about making an investment in California real estate for the high returns available through trust deeds? As a trusted professional broker, Sun Pacific Mortgage and Real Estate has been helping investors earn high-yield returns on safer investments for over 32 years. Their trust deeds earn upwards of 13%. That's right, 13%. They invest in notes starting from $100,000 throughout all of California, where real estate remains strong. If you want to know more about high return investments through available deeds of trust, go to their website at sunpacificmortgage.com. That's sunpacificmortgage.com, or call them today at 707 523 2099. 707 523 2099. sunpacificmortgage.com, or call them at 707 523 2099.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. My dear friends, today things are so confusing. It's enough to boggle the mind. That's why it's vitally important. In fact, it's an absolute imperative that you indulge in brain food, provided by the noted Institute of Good Times and Great Yum Yums, Columbo's. Just come on down. Columbo's provides the remedies and elixirs, such as mouth-watering steaks, incredibly edible seafood, Columbo's family secret Italian specialties, and the pièce de resistance, the world's greatest meatballs. Imagine margaritas on the Columbo's patio, cerveza and other liquid refreshments, or take your pick and bring it all back home and enjoy the great indoors. Columbo's, saving the world from gloom and doom with great grub and glee. Happy, happy, happy Columbo's. Mangia bene.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the Tax Helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. That's 800-932-1597.
Hi, folks. This is John Truman Wolfe back with the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour, covering to start with the various financial statistics and movements today. Before the break, I was going over some of the key numbers with digital currencies. I covered Bitcoin, Ethereum. I repeat, I'm a big fan of Ethereum, the company that is primarily responsible for blockchains. And for those of you that are business or corporate types, know that blockchains, the technology that facilitates the transportation in the digital world comes primarily from Ethereum. Another crypto that we follow closely is Ripple. We're not talking about the cheap wine of your college days if you're one of those 60s folks who used to drink Ripple, or maybe still drink Ripple. Ripple, and I'm not sure why they named this digital currency Ripple, but it is actually a currency and a technology that facilitates the transfer of money instantly around the globe. So it just completely bypasses the SWIFT system. And they have about 200 banks that are signed up that they, provide this technology to. And Ripple trades in the pennies, meaning that it's currently trading, let's see, today, 24 1/3 cents, up a percent, up 1.09%. Typically, if you look at that graph, I would say not typically, but if you look at the graph, in recent months, its highs have been maybe 30 cents. So it's now trading around 24 cents. Like the other cryptos, over the last several days, it drifted down. I'd have to look at the graph, which I don't have right in front of me, but I think it got as low as 22 cents. And then has turned around and started back up like the other ones. So like most of the others. And bear in mind that there are folks, thousands of various kinds of digital currencies. The top 100 or so are listed at a site called coinmarketcap.com. If you want to follow any particular crypto, I think they carry the top 100 up there. They may carry more than that. Coinmarketcap.com, and you'll be able to, follow. They have graphs up there, how much the currency is appreciated or not appreciated. But this is a world that is exploding. Before we broke, I was talking about getting an account. If you don't have a cryptocurrency account, you have to have an account just like a stock brokerage account, right? If you're going to buy some General Motors, you go to Merrill Lynch or somebody like that, and the purchase would be made on a stock exchange, like the New York Stock Exchange. The major corporations have their stocks listed on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. Cryptocurrencies do the same thing, but they are listed on exchanges, and there are numerous cryptocurrency exchanges around the world. In the U.S., I don't know if it's I think it's the biggest. If not, it's the main one. Is called Coinbase, which I mentioned before the break. Coinbase.com. You can go up there. They have to verify your identity, and then you open an account, and you can buy cryptos up there. They have a good selection of cryptocurrencies you can buy. They don't have them all. I don't know anybody that has them all. But Coinbase is kind of the leader in this country in terms of digital currency exchanges. There is usually a small price that you pay to execute the trade. You don't have a broker. You just go there and you plug in, okay, I want to, spend $500 and buy Ethereum. And, you plug that in and boom. Those exchanges usually tie your account to a credit card or a bank account or both. And it's become much easier to purchase cryptocurrencies than it used to be. And when we come back, I'm going to talk about why that's important going forward. This is John Truman Wolfe, the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. We'll be back with more on cryptos right after this.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Tired of lockdown? Let the reconnect begin. You belong here. Welcome home to the magic of Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California. Check out our new spacious outdoor dining al fresco. Romantic, market lights. It looks like a movie set. Dine under the stars and enjoy our tasty Angelo's and Vinci's pizza, pasta, seafood, chicken, salad dinners, and more. In the cool of the evening, come enjoy our award-winning menu, new wine list, specialty cocktails like our peach Bellini martini, appetizers, and more. Angelo's and Vinci's now open every day from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. for relaxing outdoor dining. No reservations needed. Just come on in for delicious Italian food. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton. Call 714-879-4022. We're going to need a lot of pasta to get through this year. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton today.
In this time of global uncertainty, you need sound financial information to keep your investments, your future, as safe as possible. The Strategic Financial Intelligence Newsletter, created by John Truman Wolfe, #1 best-selling author and renowned financial consultant to governments around the world, is your most valuable asset. A monthly goldmine of the vital insight and insider information you need to stay on top. Right now, financial security is critical. That's why, for a limited time, we're dropping our price from $249 annually to just $99. That includes access to the entire Strategic Financial Intelligence archives, covering everything from precious metals, offshore banking, to cryptocurrencies, and the wildly heralded seminar on the covert agenda that has backed the U.S. dollar for at least 50 years, and more. Sign up now at strategicfinancialintelligence.com. That's strategicfinancialintelligence.com.
All right, folks, we're back. I am John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour, and we are talking investments. We're talking about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, and I want to talk about digital currencies in more depth. I think, most of you listeners have heard of digital currencies. Hard not to have ever heard of Bitcoin. It made its debut back in 2009, slowly kind of came into the public's awareness, and is now a major factor. That's an unfair adjective. It's now a factor in global finance and investing, and is becoming more so. And Bitcoin still represents more than 50% of the entire digital currency asset base. There is $330 billion of cryptocurrency market cap. That means that about $1/3 trillion has been invested by people around the world in different kinds of digital currencies, and Bitcoin has about 57% of that. So they're the the gorilla in the room, or whatever you want to say. But my point here is this: not so much as an investment, but digital currencies are now being looked at very seriously, and in some cases being tested by governments around the world. Cash is going away, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to tell you that. I don't know if I hate to tell you or not, but it's the truth. When I say I hate to tell it, I don't like to see cash going away. But there's a war on cash, and has been for the last several years, of getting rid of cash. It's not just the use of credit cards or debit cards. because that's been a factor in, using money for years. No, this is actually converting the monetary system of the planet into digital currencies. No more cash. Cash will be gone. It will be a relic. They may, and they meaning governments, may well make it illegal. Some governments may. All governments may, perhaps not. But at the very least, I think it will be inhibited, forbidden to be used to purchase things once a country adopts a national digital currency. Now, your question may well be, well, okay, but I mean, what country is seriously looking at a national digital currency? Let me answer that. Lots of them. Lots of them. Leading that pack is China. Here's an article from The Guardian, one of Britain's leading newspapers. Headlines, and this is a few months ago, headlines, China starts major trial of state-run digital currency. I'm going to read it again. China starts major trial of state-run digital currency. This is the second largest economy on the planet, just to bring that to your attention. The ERMB has reportedly been adopted into the monetary system of several cities. This is in China. Now, RMB is the shorthand for renminbi, which is one of the names of the Chinese currency. It's either called the renminbi or the yuan. And this is the E meaning the electronic currency. Let me read you further on this. China will begin trialing payments in its new digital currency in 4 major cities from next week, according to domestic media. In recent months, China's central bank has stepped up its development of the ERMB, which is set to be the first digital currency operated by a major economy. So I repeat, just economy in the world. They have more people than any other country in the world. And they are testing now, the article says 4 states, a national digital currency. It has reportedly begun trials in several cities, including, I can't pronounce all these Chinese names, but there's 1, 2, 3 cities, as well as a new area south of Beijing, and various areas that will host some of the events for the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. State media outlet China Daily said it had been formally adopted into the city's monetary systems, with some government employees and public servants to receive their salaries in digital currency from May. Okay? Government employees are being paid in digital currency in China. And you can see that this, if you can't, I will point out, this will morph into the national digital currency of China. The article goes on at some length. I'm not going to read it all, but this story does not stand alone. Here's another clip, which I'll read. The headline of this is, what is DCEP? China's national digital currency, DCEP, parentheses, digital currency electronic payment, end parentheses, will be built with blockchain and cryptographic technology. This, again, blockchain, for those of you that are not overly familiar, is the technology that facilitates the transfer of digital currencies around the planet. And cryptographic just simply means it's cryptography. It's secured by code. Anyway, I'll come back and go through the rest of this article and then talk about what other countries are doing about digital currency. It's coming, folks. It'll be here. There's no getting around it, and I will explain more about that when we come back after these messages. Do stay with us.
How would you like to save up to $500 on your next vacation package? Any vacation package anywhere in the world. Just call Superior Travel and mention the code RADIO and save up to $500. We'll design a custom, fantastic vacation just for you with all the bells and whistles. Not some cookie-cutter vacation, but a unique, all-included vacation customized by one of our exclusive travel experts. And our service is completely free. You pay nothing more. So why waste your time? Let us do it for you. We've got over 100 years of travel experience to help create the perfect trip for you. Call now and learn how to save up to $500 on your next custom vacation. Pick up the phone, call Superior Travel, and use the code word RADIO.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
All right, folks, this is John Truman Wolfe, John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. We're talking cryptocurrencies, digital currencies, the coming replacement of cash by digital currencies. This is not conspiracy theory. This is not some kind of hyperbole. This is coming. To finish that article, this one article on the Chinese pushing forward a national digital currency. They're testing it in a number of states whose names I can't pronounce. But the article says that some state employees, some of the employees are being paid in digital currency. To finish this one short article on China's digital currency, it says this revolutionary cryptocurrency could become the world's first central bank digital currency, CBDC, central bank digital currency, a CBDC, as it is used by the State Bank, the People's Bank of China, PBOC. I wonder what Dr. Wong is doing about all that. For some of you know, when I published my book, which is now called The Coming Financial Crisis, which is available on Amazon if you're interested. The Chinese government invited me and paid for my trip to fly over to Beijing, and I met with a number of people on precious metals and other things, which I've told that story before. The reason that I bring it up now is that one of the people I talked to and met with and talked to at some length was a woman, I don't know, she must have been well into her 60s, by the name of Dr. Wang, who had been an early participant in the founding of the PBOC, the People's Bank of China. That's China's central bank. She was a smart cookie. She had retired and then had come back to work on a special project, which had to do with the control of the position that she had previously had to do with the control of the yuan or the RMB planet-wide. It's a major post. So I'm wondering what she thinks about the Chinese economy going digital, the Chinese monetary system. The goal and objectives of the currency are to increase the circulation of the RMB and international reach, with eventual hopes that the RMB will be a global currency like the US dollar. China has recently established an initiative to push forward blockchain adoption with the goal of beating the competition like Facebook's Libra, a currency that Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg claims will become the next big fintech, financial tech innovation. China has made explicit that Facebook Libra poses a threat to the sovereignty of China. Unbelievable. China has made, insinuating that digital currencies should only be treated by governments and central banks. DCEP is not listed on cryptocurrency exchanges and will not be available for speculation value. If you're not familiar, and I wrote a article on Libra that's available if you subscribe to Strategic Financial Intelligence, and I encourage you to do that, not just because I write it, although that's a prime reason, but I'm keeping track of this stuff. The planet is turning digital, folks. And I wrote an article on Libra. When you subscribe to Strategic Financial Intelligence, strategicfinancialintelligence.com, you get access to all the archives. And in those archives is an article on Libra, which, if you don't know, is a digital currency created by Facebook. Now, when I wrote that, I got a bunch of pushback from people going, no, Facebook, they're not private, CIA back, blah, blah, blah. I know that stuff. I mean, please. What I was commenting on in that article was not any love of Facebook, but I will tell you that the digital currency that they created, called Libra, is very, very clever. Now, the currency is supposed to be run by a consortium of corporations. Anyway, I won't get into the details of that because you can read. What you need to do is subscribe to the newsletter, and you can get access to that, as well as there are 2 or 3 prior issues that deal with the subject of cryptocurrency, what it is, the fact that it's coming, and what blockchain is, et cetera, et cetera. So here's China now, very concerned about the introduction of Libra. They say it's going to adversely affect their economy. When the guy that runs Libra for the Facebook consortium testified before Congress about Libra and how it worked, the pushback was instant and vicious, both by Treasury officials in the U.S., the Treasury Secretary in the U.S., and people in the central bank, and also in Europe. Governments are not keeping up with digital currencies and are starting to do so now. I'll explain how that works when we come back after these messages. I'm John Truman Wolfe. Do stay with us.
Here's Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. Call right now. 888-912-1332.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master plan destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com. Question: have you ever thought about making an investment in California real estate for the high returns available through trust deeds? As a trusted professional broker, Sun Pacific Mortgage and Real Estate has been helping investors earn high-yield returns on safer investments for over 32 years. Their trust deeds earn upwards of 13%. That's right, 13%. They invest in notes starting from $100,000 throughout all of California, where real estate remains strong. If you want to know more about high return investments through available deeds of trust, go to their website at sunpacificmortgage.com. That's sunpacificmortgage.com, or call them today at 707-523-2099. 707-523-2099. sunpacificmortgage.com, or call them at 707-523-2099.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm John Truman Wolfe. We're back with the final segment here, talking about digital currencies and the coming elimination of cash and its replacement by digital currencies by national governments. There are those that I suppose listen to this and think this is some kind of conspiratorial financial theory, and I'm here to tell you that is not the case. We spent the prior segments kind of going over what China is doing. China is leading the world in the development of a national digital currency, and this is not something that's being done outside of the government's authority or approval. It is being done by the central bank, the PBOC, the People's Bank of China, the Central Bank of China. They're testing a digital currency, as I said in the last segment, in 4 different states. Some people are being paid in digital currencies. So it's a real test. But trust me, they're not going to put this away. It will continue to grow, and it's coming. It's coming planet-wide. How fast I started saying anybody's guess. It's not really a guess. I mean, there are reports on what governments around the world are doing. At least they have. You're not aware of this because they don't issue press releases on it particularly, but many governments around the planet are investigating and in some cases testing digital currencies. There's a report put out by one of the accounting firms and I should know who that was, but right off the top of my head, let me see if I can do this and not lose you. Well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to sever the connection. But this is a report put out by one of the CPA firms, one of the major CPA firms, and the print is so small. It's like a little teeny print, so I use a magnifying glass here. But I'll just read you one item here. It's a 92-page report on the global adoption of cryptocurrencies. Or digital currencies. And one important piece here is that last year, the Bank for International Settlements released a survey that 70% of the banks are engaged in CBDC work. CBDC is central bank digital currencies. So this is last year. And this is a survey done by the BIS. For those of you that know, that my book's on the BIS, that stands for the Bank for International Settlements, is the senior bank on planet Earth, located in Basel, Switzerland. This bank is the central bankers' central bank. All the central banks of the world, not all, but 55 of the central banks of the world belong to the BIS. And the BIS dictates policy to these banks. And they did a survey, and it said 70% of the people that answered the survey, the government people, meaning governments, answered the survey, were engaged in research on central bank digital currencies. If you want to stay up with it, subscribe to Strategic Financial Intelligence. I'm telling you, I'm going to be following this now very closely. strategicfinancialintelligence.com. strategicfinancialintelligence.com. I am John Truman Wolfe. Looking forward to next week's show every Thursday at 4 on the Cable Radio Network. Have a good weekend, folks.